Cause your vibe it be different. Can shine in your eyes what I'm missing. Your body Ferrari, but your mind is my interest. You finding you'll find in the sky. We gon' ride the ecliptic like a Mercury transit.
Peace, y'all. Today with Star Card Astrology, and I'm here to give you your daily astrology guidance for Monday, August 29th, 2022. Let's pop this off. So we have the sun at 6 degrees Virgo, and oh, here we go. Let me fix that for a second. Image. Bang. Okay. So, sun at 6 degrees, and it is quincunx the moon. Now at 7 degrees for when I'm actually running this chart, which is 7:24 p.m. today, just so we can encompass the whole day. But 7 degrees Libra. So well, we're going to be feeling as if we need to handle things emotionally with our relationships, but more so this has to do with our environment, because Virgo is those small things that we have to focus on in order to harvest, right? This is the beginning of the harvest season when the sun is in Virgo. So this is almost where we have to intuitively look ahead and be like, what are we going to handle? What are we going to be able to handle? What do we feel connected? Who do we feel connected with, right? Because this is Libra. So this has everything to do with how we emotionally feel with our relationships. And it's not just, this isn't focused on love. This is all of our relationships. This is our friends. This is our work colleagues. But at the same time, see, the moon's kind of getting hit up, kind of heavy, because it has this opposition, exact opposition by the end of the day to Jupiter. All right. And then it is semi-square Venus. So a lot to do with all relationships at that point, right? And this can be kind of where we might be feeling some type of way, especially when it comes to our love relationships with this semi-square, because that's more of a harder energy. A quincunx is actually a better flowing energy where we can feel better about whatever it is that it has to do with that is in a quincunx. Same with the sextile, same with the trine. But with a semi-square, they're kind of at odds. So we could be feeling at odds with our relationship today. And I would say even more so, because at 22 degrees 22 degrees Leo, where Venus is, Saturn is directly opposed that by 2 degrees at 20 degrees Aquarius. So this is where we have to actually handle our relationships. We have to kind of take control, or in some sense where we create some type of boundary or make a decision on disconnecting, because Aquarius is actually where we disconnect from things. So we might actually be going through these emotions where we want to figure out what's going on with love interests or significant others and come to some type of understanding or actually decision. That would actually be the better way to handle today, is to actually make a decision based on where we're at emotionally now, because our emotions are trying to tell us the truth at the end of the day. But we have to decipher that. And the thing about that is Mercury is, it's not a conjunction, but it's right next to the moon in Libra as well. So we have to communicate our emotions with other people today and come to some decision about love and finance and the things that we value. And the things that we do love and the things that we do value are connected with how we truly feel, because it's Leo. So in Leo, this is ruled by the sun, and that's the soul. So do our relationships, the situations we're in, how we make money, the things that we valued, is that truly connecting at a soul level? And if it's not, then we have to decide today how we're going to move forward. So we have also Chiron making a Ceci square with Venus as well. So this is where, when we make these decisions based on, and I'm going to say that it's love, because Venus rules love relationships, it rules finance, it rules money, it rules valuables, cars, things like that. But because it's in Leo, and Leo is the sign of romance, it is the 5th house, this is where we fall in love, that whatever decision that we actually make can actually bring a lot of healing into our lives right now. It won't be an easy decision by any means, because we have more things in opposition, more things in square, semi-square, Ceci square, and less things that are actually in a better energy. So the trines that we actually have right now, which, and I'll break that down even further, is Mars is trining the moon, and Mercury. So this is where we have to take action on these decisions based off of fact, based off of the accumulation of facts that actually have to do with whether we're valued or not, because Mars made this transit through Taurus up until now that really had us understand what it is that we want when it comes to values. So today we can't hesitate on taking action, right? Because I'll actually bring that up. Taking action, right? Because Mars wants us to move forward, and especially since it's not retrograde right now like so many other celestial bodies. So this is where we actually need to do something about these relationship situations, because they might not all be bad. Some of them might not all be bad. So but things will definitely have to be communicated. This is where we kind of like hash out what is and what isn't. Not the in between, not what is an accusation that has no evidence behind it. None of that, because that's gonna send things into a whirlwind of just like toxicity, really, because Mars is where we get aggressive. So if it's not based in fact, people are going to get mad about it. If you come with a bunch of arguments or things you want to talk about that aren't based in factual evidence, it's not going to go well. And it can definitely blow up in your face if you do that. Neptune is on its sextile with Pluto now. And this is where we have to really look at our spirituality, but also and how that's changing right now. But really, it's like this is an opportunity for us to look at the things that we might have been wanting very badly or dreaming about achieving, and reevaluate that and change that and structure that. Because Pluto's in Capricorn, where we need to have some type of structure, some type of plan. And because it's retrograde, this is more of a restructuring. So, kind of a lot where we kind of have to hash out a lot of things, set new boundaries, and act on those decisions, not just contemplate them and think about them and talk about them, but like make a move. And what we have, Uranus here that has gone retrograde recently, and it's making a Ceci square with Mercury. People might say some unexpected things. This is kind of where people could absolutely say something you weren't expecting. Be careful of people lying. Because Mercury in Libra, and then the emotions are in Libra as well. This is where people might feel like they could lie for it to benefit them or to win an argument. So this is why we have to have our facts straight. And that's what is going to help us be able to confirm the decisions we need to make today. So I think that if there's any issues in relationships right now, absolutely have the conversations that need to be had, but be weary of what's being said and the motive behind what's being said. Try to understand where they're coming from emotionally, because then if you can connect with that, then you can tell whether what they're saying is genuine or if it's just based in ego. Because if it's an egoic argument, then that's when the unexpected stuff comes up and the lies and all that will start to come out, and you'll know. But that'll also put us in a place where we can kind of affirm whatever decision we need to make about that relationship as well. Not an easy day, for sure. Saturn's at a +8. Let me see that. Y'all can see that? I don't think you can. Saturn's at a +8 right here. So, and it's retrograde in Aquarius. People will definitely feel more detached today from reality, from whatever the truth about reality is. They might detach from that altogether. And then the next one right behind it at a +5 is Venus. So definitely hard decisions that need to be made when it comes to the love aspect and how we're going to move forward financially, how we're going to structure that out, what we need to remove and bring in to make our financial situation better in the long run. So let's see what the cards have to say for today. That's about all I got for that. No squares to the nodes right now. But even then, right? North node's in Taurus, south node's in Scorpio. We need to not be afraid of the outcomes of the decisions that we need to make right now, and how that's going to look and where everybody's going to end up. And if you're not being valued, then you know what to do. You just have to do it. And it's not going to be easy. But that doesn't mean we don't do it. So, one more. Bitch. All right. Okay, so 4 of Cups. Upright. Absolutely an emotional day for sure. People will be in their emotions. We have to make sure that we are understanding our emotions and the opposing party's emotions as well. But this is where you see The cups are on the ship. And they're full. So our emotions are definitely trying to bring us to this better place if we allow it to. Unless we get caught up in fear. But we have to trust what our emotions are telling us to do and move into this better place that we're being led to. So, I hope that helped. And until next time, one love.
Cause your vibe may be different and shine in your eyes what I'm missing. Your body Ferrari, but your mind is my interest. You finding the sky, we gon' ride the ecliptic like a Mercury.